You may have heard people talking about an AI that can read your mind, or Elon Musk's Neuralink being able to achieve telepathy. This is not science fiction anymore. It's closer than you think. In this video, we'll discuss how we got here, what's happening now, and where we might be headed in the future. Let's start with neural interfaces. They're not a new idea. The concept has been around for decades, but recent advancements in technology, especially in the field of artificial intelligence, have brought us closer to making it a reality. One of the most well-known examples is Elon Musk's brain implant company, Neuralink. While they've made significant progress, we haven't reached the point where an AI can read your mind yet. However, there have been some notable developments in related areas. For instance, researchers at the University of California, San Francisco have developed a system that can decode visual information from the brains of blind people using fMRI machines. It's still early in its development, but it shows promise for restoring sight in blind individuals. Another example is Meta's AI mind reading. In March 2024, Meta shared an update on their non-invasive BCI research. Their large language model now generates text from brain signals recorded by an EEG while users type. While not yet capable of real-time typing, this is a step towards their goal of enabling communication via text, speech, and potentially even social media posts directly from the brain. Thought-controlled AI is another area of exploration. Platforms like Twitter have been used to train AI models to predict user behavior based on their tweets. By analyzing vast amounts of data, these AIs can recognize patterns in language and behavior, allowing them to anticipate a user's next move with remarkable accuracy. As for Elon Musk Neuralink news, they've recently received FDA approval to begin human trials of their brain implant. However, details about the technology are still scarce. While we know Neuralink aims to help people with severe spinal cord injuries communicate using their devices, the specifics of how it will work and whether it will involve a computer chip are unknown. So the question arises, can AI read your thoughts? The short answer is no, not yet. However, AI can process vast amounts of data and recognize patterns that humans might miss. By analyzing brain signals, it can potentially detect specific patterns associated with certain thoughts or intentions. For example, AI could potentially help diagnose mental health conditions by recognizing thought patterns associated with depression or anxiety. Looking ahead, the future of brain implants is exciting. As technology advances, we can expect significant improvements in the field. Some experts believe that brain implants could become commonplace, allowing people to interact with technology in unprecedented ways. Imagine controlling your phone or computer with just your thoughts. It might become a reality sooner than we think. Meta's non-invasive BCI research is making strides. Their latest advancements show promise for restoring communication abilities in people who have lost them. While invasive BCIs are still in the works, Meta's research offers a potential alternative that could benefit many more people. Overall, the future of neural decoding technology is bright. With continued research and development, we can unlock new possibilities for treating neurological disorders and enhancing human capabilities. Can AI read our minds? The answer is not so simple. While we are far from having technology that can directly access our thoughts, we are making progress in understanding the brain and developing AI systems that can recognize patterns and predict behavior. How close are we to mind-reading AI? While we're not quite there yet, we have made significant strides. The ability for an AI to read our minds would have profound ethical implications and raise many questions about privacy and autonomy. It's a topic that needs careful consideration as we continue to develop these technologies. Here are some additional thoughts on the matter. Neuralink human trials. Elon Musk's Neuralink has received FDA approval to begin human trials of its brain implant. The first recipients will likely be people with severe spinal cord injuries who want to regain their ability to communicate. Meta's non-invasive BCI. Meta is also working on a non-invasive BCI that reads brain signals from the surface of the head. This technology could potentially help people with locked-in syndrome to communicate. AI brain chips. The pros of AI brain chips include the potential to restore vision in blind people, enable communication in those with locked-in syndrome, and treat neurological disorders. The cons include the risk of infection and the possibility that the technology could be used for unethical purposes. Brain-computer interfaces raise many ethical concerns, including the potential for misuse, the impact on privacy, and the risk of creating a divide between those who can afford the technology and those who can't. Synthetic telepathy explained. Synthetic telepathy is the ability to communicate directly with someone else's brain. This is currently not possible, but it is a common trope in science fiction. If synthetic telepathy were possible, it would essentially allow us to control other people's minds. This raises many ethical concerns and is generally considered to be the realm of science fiction rather than science reality. AI decoding brain signals. Yes, AI is being used to decode brain signals, and it's showing some impressive results. For example, researchers at the University of California, San Francisco, have developed a system that decodes visual information from the brains of blind people. This is done using fMRI machines and deep learning algorithms. The AI is trained on data from the fMRI machine and then tested on new data. The system is able to decode information, such as the orientation of lines and the motion of dots. This could potentially be used to restore vision in blind individuals. Neuralink versus Meta BCI race. Yes, there is a race happening between Neuralink and Meta to develop the best BCI technology. Both companies are working on different approaches to BCIs, but the ultimate goal is the same: to help people with severe neurological disorders. Real-world applications of mind-reading AI. There are many potential real-world applications for mind-reading AI. One potential application is in the field of healthcare. Mind-reading AI could potentially be used to diagnose mental health conditions such as depression or anxiety. It could also be used to monitor patients for early signs of a mental health crisis. Another potential application is in the field of education. Mind-reading AI could potentially be used to tailor educational content to a student's needs. It could also be used to monitor students for signs of cognitive overload or boredom. Will AI replace human communication? It's unlikely that AI will completely replace human communication. While AI can process vast amounts of data and recognize patterns in language and behavior, it lacks the emotional intelligence and empathy that humans possess. Human communication is a complex and nuanced process that involves not just the exchange of words, but also body language, tone of voice, and other factors. While AI can analyze and respond to these factors, it's unlikely that it will be able to fully replicate the richness and complexity of human communication. There have been many headlines recently about AI achieving telepathy. However, it's important to approach these claims with a critical eye. Many of these headlines are based on research that is still in the early stages and has not yet been widely accepted by the scientific community. While telepathy is a fascinating concept, it's important to rely on evidence-based information when evaluating such claims. Neuralink's secret breakthrough. While it's highly secretive and we don't know much about their technology, it's clear that Neuralink is making significant progress in the field of brain implants. The recent FDA approval for human trials is a major milestone and suggests that the company is on the verge of a major breakthrough. However, it's impossible to say whether or not this breakthrough will lead to mind control. Meta's AI can read your mind. This headline is based on research conducted by Meta's AI team. The research involved training an AI model to recognize patterns in brain signals while users performed various tasks such as typing or speaking. While the research is promising, it's important to note that the AI model was not able to directly read the users' minds. Instead, it was able to recognize patterns in the brain signals that corresponded to specific tasks. The scary truth about brain-computer interfaces. Brain-computer interfaces raise many ethical concerns, including the potential for misuse, the impact on privacy, and the risk of creating a divide between those who can afford the technology and those who can't. Elon Musk's Neuralink will change humanity forever. This statement is a bold claim, and it's impossible to say whether or not it's true. However, there is no doubt that Elon Musk's Neuralink is a groundbreaking company that is pushing the boundaries of what is possible with brain implants. If the technology proves to be successful, it could revolutionize the way we treat neurological disorders and enhance human capabilities.